Get that out of my face.
Why?
Because I asked you to.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to go ahead and record for my safety.
What safety is this?
I don't know. You're coming towards me right now. I'm not feeling safe.
Because I'm asking you a question.
This is Lieutenant Howard from the Houston Military Affairs. In November 2022, a military veteran showed up at Veteran Affairs Officer in Houston, Texas for an appointment. While leaving the premises after the appointment, the veteran observed a cop cruiser idling while the engine was running. The veteran began recording the carelessness of the officers at the premises. As he proceeded to record, the cop to whom the cruiser belongs came onto the scene. Watch how the entitled cop is about to get humbled.
I was after taxpayer dollars. Just let it sit there and run, unlocked.
The officer immediately asked the veteran to stop recording the interaction. However, it is legal to record the cops under the First Amendment. For those who don't know, the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution grants the citizens the right to freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Officer Howard requests the veteran's ID, but the veteran declines, challenging the officer's authority to make the request. Despite this, the officer remains firm in his insistence. Watch how the standoff proceeds.
No, you don't have business without being my business. Or do you have an appointment?
Sir, are you trying to violate my rights right now?
Sir, do you have let me see your ID.
No, sir, I'm not going to ID myself.
Hey, 4010.
You just force ID out of people for no reason?
Be quiet.
I can't talk now?
Meet me over here to the smoking shelf.
I can't talk. Why are you acting like this towards me?
Over here by, I guess it's door 18.
Why are you acting like this towards me?
Give me a minute.
No, I'm serious. Why are you acting like this towards me?
Give me a minute.
Just don't want to
So
tell
you're
me?
saying you're not going to give me your ID. Put that on your camera. You're not going to give me your ID.
Have I done anything illegal?
You're not going to give me your ID?
Have I done anything illegal?
Okay.
Well, that's just a question. Have I done anything illegal enough for you to get my ID?
I'm through asking questions.
Hey, what's the difference between a Nazi demanding ID and an American cop demanding ID for no reason? What's the difference? Can you tell me? Can you seriously just think about the question enough and give me an answer? Give me one answer.
What's your name?
I'm not answering.
You're not going to tell me?
No. What's your name?
Lieutenant Howard.
There you
You're
go.
not going to give me your ID. You're not going to tell me who you are.
How about this? I'll let you call me John. How about that?
Give me a minute.
Is that enough?
No, give me a minute. Stay right there. Give me a minute.
Oh, I'm being detained now? Are you detaining me, officer? Are you detaining me?
Give me a minute.
If not, I'm going to walk away.
No, don't move.
So I'm being detained.
Don't move.
I need an answer on that.
That's up to you.
No, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and walk unless you tell me I'm detained.
No, you're not going to give me your ID.
So are you telling me I'm
You're not going
detained?
to give me your ID, right?
Are you telling me I'm detained,
You're not
officer?
going to give me your ID?
After failing to obtain the veteran's ID, Officer Howard detains him. When the veteran asks if he's being detained, he receives no clear answer. The officer then grabs the veteran's camera. The veteran describes the situation as appalling, stating the officer took his camera when things weren't going in his favor. He was searched without consent. His medications were removed from his pocket, and he was forcibly handled despite showing no hostility. The veteran was thrown in the back of a police car, dropped off at the front gate, and trespassed from the property without being informed of any crime. His First Amendment rights were violated, and the department refused to document the incident. Unfortunately, very few details are known about what happened after the interaction. If you think this was the only entitled cop who got humbled by Army generals, then you probably don't know about Mr. Jason's case.
How are you going to unlawfully detain me? For what? What are you charging me with? Obstruction of what?
A police officer.
How am I obstructing you?
need to identify
You have to have a crime. What is a crime?
Lawful order to identify yourself.
What lawful order?
To identify yourself.
This is Officer Philpott from the Muskogee Police Department. In December 2018, a disabled veteran named Jason was at a Walmart in Muskogee. While shopping at the store, the cops from the Muskogee Police Department detained Mr. Jason. He attempted to purchase alcohol but did not complete the purchase. He refused to provide his wife's ID when the store requested it, as only he was making the purchase. This refusal led to the store refusing to sell him the alcohol. Watch how the detention is about to turn unlawful.
And I'm leaving.
Okay. Well, you're going to be under arrest then.
For what?
No, what's it?
What am I going to be under arrest for?
You're not leaving.
For what?
You're going to be under arrest.
How are you going to unlawfully detain me? For what? What are you charging me with? Obstruction of what?
A police officer.
How am I obstructing you?
need to identify
You have to have a crime. What is a crime?
Lawful order to identify yourself.
What lawful order?
To identify yourself.
So you automatically come here and you're going to treat me like a criminal even though I'm not one. Why not backing me up because I didn't do anything wrong?
You have to ID yourself. If they request your ID
They didn't just request my ID. They requested the ID of my wife and 2 minors. Do they have the right to do that?
We have the right
If they're the ones attempting to purchase it.
They were not the ones attempting to purchase the alcohol, only me. So what law has been broken?
We're investigating the crime.
They refused to sell me the alcohol because I told them they didn't need my wife's ID because I was purchasing it. That's what happened. That's the information. For what?
For obstructing an officer.
Obstructing an officer?
Yes, sir.
For what?
You are not free to leave. You are under arrest.
I had that on video. What did I do?
You are under arrest for obstructing an officer.
How did I obstruct anybody?
Nothing right here. Do not move.
How did I obstruct anybody?
You need to stand up.
I can't stand up.
How'd you get in there?
This chair. How are you going to come in here and arrest me?
Yeah, you are under arrest right now. Okay,
For what?
There's no ifs, ands,
I have it on video.
You are not free to leave. Okay, you are under arrest.
How are you arresting me?
Figure out this medical stuff here.
How are you arresting me?
Because I'm a police officer.
What are you arresting me for? Do I not have the right to know the charges?
The cops accuse him of obstruction. Mr. Jason argues that he cannot physically obstruct anyone as he is in a wheelchair and requests to speak with a supervisor. He continues to protest the arrest, insisting that he hasn't done anything wrong. Mr. Jason cleared at the scene. Observe how this encounter is about to become brutal.
So, what is this? Figure out what you can charge me with? I've already stated several times that I'm willing to leave. You guys are the ones holding me up now.
Yes, you are not free to leave. You are under arrest, okay?
Under arrest for what?
We're not talking about.
I was treated like a child and I was upset. And I suffer from anxiety. Like you care, though. You'd rather see me get arrested. That's what you'd rather do.
Do you have an ID?
I do have an ID. Why?
We're investigating your crime.
What crime was committed?
Disorderly conduct.
How?
By not providing your ID, you're obstructing. So,
Nobody told me anything about disorderly conduct here. Okay?
You've been told.
You're badgering and harassing myself and yelling, cussing. You called me an effing bitch.
No, I did not. I stopped myself, thank you. And you know that. No, I seriously don't get this, dude.
But this is what happened. They told you this is our policy, this is what we have to do. You got mad, you told them you weren't going to do it. They said, okay, you need to leave. You refused to do that.
Not once did I hear any of these people tell me to
You refused
leave.
do that, you argued with them, you yelled, so they called us now. We're
Yeah, I yelled.
This is where we're at. Okay?
Yeah, I yelled.
You hit-
but
This is on risk.
why am I going with you?
You're under arrest.
Hey, hold on a second. Am I not correct by saying that I asked for a supervisor, and I'm also not correct by saying that these are all ticketable offenses? No, I'm waiting for a supervisor right here.
No, sir. You need to get up on these wheels right now. We're going to place you in handcuffs.
That's not how this works.
This is exactly.
That's not how this works.
We are in charge.
No, I asked for a supervisor. That means I get a supervisor.
You can talk to the supervisor.
Right here. No, I'm going to talk to him
Now
here.
you are under arrest. You need to do what we said.
I have a neck injury and a spinal injury, so you guys are not authorized to go hands-on.
That's why you're not in handcuffs now and on the floor, okay? You'd already been at the station being booked by now if you didn't have this medical condition, okay? We are accommodating that. But that doesn't...
Accommodating that would be acknowledging that these are ticketable offenses. That would be acknowledging, Mr. Sergeant Wilkins, that these are ticketable offenses, and allowing. I'm not resisting arrest. I'm waiting for a supervisor, like I asked, because you're talking about arresting me for a ticketable offense.
You've been under arrest for several minutes now. At this point, you're resisting arrest by not...
I am not resisting
You need to
arrest.
sit up on your...
I am not resisting arrest. I had asked to speak to a supervisor.
You need to sit up on your wheelchair immediately. That is a lawful order. You need to sit up on your wheelchair.
I asked to speak to a supervisor. How is that not my
You
right?
will speak to a supervisor.
How is that not my right to speak to a
You
supervisor?
will speak to a supervisor. Not right now. That is not something...
Why, get on this side of me. You don't need to move like you're going to put hands on me.
I am.
Hey! Stop. I cannot fight you guys. Stop this. Stop. No!
The police ultimately placed Mr. Jason under arrest. He was attacked and taken to the ground by the cops from his wheelchair, despite him not posing any physical threats. It is reported that he was also pepper sprayed during the encounter. Mr. Jason was taken to the hospital and spent several days there for the treatment that he incurred during this encounter. The proceedings of this incident are unknown.